This is R2D Tech.
And this is the Pixel 2 XL.
We're going to be talking about some of the cool features about this phone.
And also some of the issues that people have been having with this.
You can see how fast the fingerprint scanner on this phone is. I mean, compared to other phones it's pretty fast, and also compared to Apple's Face ID I find it really useful that they've still kept that on this phone. In addition, you can access the notifications panel by swiping up on the fingerprint reader, which is really intuitive and I think adds a nice touch to the phone. The phone's really fast due to the Snapdragon 835 processor, which is really snappy.
If you'll pardon the pun.
In addition, you can access the app drawer by swiping from the bottom of the screen, and also you can access the Google Assistant by squeezing on the pressure-sensitive sides of the phone, which HTC have done before, but I think it's really cool that Google have added that. The settings on this phone are really intuitive, and they've got a lot of things that you can customize, just like on most Android phones. Also, Google have added a few features. For example, the phone will listen out for music even when you're offline and give you the option to stream it on YouTube or buy it on Play Music later on.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
The rear 12 megapixel camera is probably one of the best we've seen this year. It handles low light really well, and it enables portrait mode with just one lens. This is only possible because of Google's AI software, which maps out the object in the foreground and blurs out the background. It's not perfect, but it's still pretty impressive. AR stickers may seem unnecessary, but it opens up the possibility for developers to use it in other apps.
This phone has a 6-inch POLED display, which almost competes with Samsung Note 8's display, which came out in 2017. In addition, you can do stuff like activate widgets, like on most Android devices. And also, you can change the wallpaper to the new Google Pixel's live wallpapers, which are extremely cool in my opinion, and also bring out the full color spectrum of the OLED display, unlike some phones this year. We're going to be talking about some of the issues that people have had with this phone.
Number 1, dull screen. The screen not being very vibrant, but Google have fixed this with the Android 8.1 update, which basically gave you the option to change to either natural, boosted, or saturated colors, which gave people more freedom in how they wanted their phone to look, basically. Number 2, blue shift. When you tilt the Pixel to the side, there's a slight blue tint. Now, on the phone we were testing, we couldn't really see this, but many Google Pixel users have reported this problem. Google can't really provide a fix for this because it's not to do with the software, it's actually to do with the hardware. So there isn't really a fix with it, but it depends on what version of the Pixel you have. Google may have fixed this in the new version of the Pixel 2 that they released recently. If you look at it straight on, you can't really notice the blue tint anyway. Number 3, screen burn-in, where an image remains on the screen after you've exited that particular screen. But on the one we were testing, it hasn't really been an issue, but we will look out for this in the future. Google have reduced the possibility of screen burn-in by removing the 3 buttons at the bottom if you haven't used them in a while. Another feature about the phone is the Google Lens, which is basically like a little brother to the Google Assistant. By pressing this button here, Google Lens will analyze what's in the picture and tell you about it, so it will tell you about a place or even an animal possibly, so this is the tundra swan. Another plus side to the phone is the 2 front-facing stereo speakers, which sound really good.
We've been testing the front and back cameras on this phone quite vigorously over the past month. The 12.2 megapixel back-facing camera has performed greatly in low light conditions, as you can see. Also, we've tested the selfie camera quite a lot and produced results like this. You can decide for yourself whether you think the quality is good, but from our perspective, we think it's amazing. And it probably beats most other flagships, if not all flagships, in 2017. There have been some issues with this phone, but lots of them have been solved by Google, and overall I'd say the Pixel 2 XL is one of the best flagships of 2017.
Google have done a really good job at patching this phone up. I think The user experience is really good, and I think you guys will really enjoy it.
If you liked the video, press the thumbs up button, and if you loved it, press the subscribe button.
This is our first tech review, and we hope to bring loads of good content in the future.